Hi, Isaac. How are you? I just want to introduce myself. My name is Michelle. I'm a therapist here, and I just wanted to, take a quick minute and introduce myself to you and see how you're doing, and if you have any questions for me right now.
No.
Okay. All right, Isaac. Well, I know you were referred to me, and what I want to do is just take a few minutes to explain a little bit about what we're going to do today. Okay. I'm going to ask you if you don't mind completing this PCL5 form with me today. All right. I'll give you a little bit of time to do it. I can definitely answer any questions along the way. Okay. But in essence, the PCL5 assessment is for post traumatic stress. Okay. And the reason that we're going to do that assessment is just to see where you fall on that assessment scale. And not that it's a definite, should you indicate that you're falling in that direction of PTSD, we'll continue to further evaluate you. Okay, so this isn't a definite. If it shows either way, yes or no, it's just an indication to give us some direction to work with you in going further. Okay. Okay, great, thank you. So like I said, the PCL5 is an assessment tool that we use to indicate post-traumatic stress in an individual. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you, it's just a one sheet assessment. It's 20 questions. Okay. And take your time completing the different questions. It's a scale from 0, which is not at all. Okay. 1 being a little bit. If you do 2, it's moderate. Okay. 3, I'm sorry, is quite a bit. And 4 is extremely. Okay. And it's written there right on the assessment. So don't feel like you need to memorize it or anything like that. Okay. It's right there. And I'm going to be here in the office with you. Okay. So again, anytime you feel that you have a question, you're not understanding a particular way that a question is being worded or what direction to take with it, you can definitely ask me. Okay. So that's not a problem at all.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just going to read you exactly, the form is in front of you. All right. And I'm just going to read you the instructions and, we'll stop before you start. And if you have any questions before we begin, you can definitely ask me, Isaac. Okay. All right. Great. So below is a list of problems that people sometimes have in response to a very stressful experience. Okay. Please read each problem carefully and then code one of the numbers to the right of the question and how much you've been bothered by that particular problem in the past month. Okay, Isaac? So it's just in the past month how you've been feeling about that particular problem. So not like 6 months ago or a year ago. This is like current time. All right. And like I said, just look to the right of that question and then just fill in that circle for us. Whatever's easier for you. You can circle it. You can scribble inside of it, exit. Okay. So why don't we just do the first one together? All right. That way you'll get a better feel for it. All right. Great. No worries. So it says repeated, disturbing, and unwanted memories of the stressful experience. So how do you feel about that question? Do you feel like not at all, you're not experiencing that right now? A little bit is a number 1, moderately, that's a 2, 3 is quite a bit, or 4 is extremely. Now you don't need to tell me right now. You can just think about it, okay? And then once you feel that you found how you feel you're falling on that question, just circle in your response. All right. And then just go through the rest of the 20 questions the same kind of way. All right. So there's no time limit or anything like that on this. All right. All right. Excellent. Thanks. All right. So I'll be right here in the room if you need me. Thanks, Isaac. You're welcome. Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate you working with me and working on this PCL5 assessment. And, I appreciate you taking the time. Okay. So what I did was I took a look at your different responses. All right. and took a look at how you scored with them and that sort of thing. And it's indicating that you may be you may have PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. Okay. Um, However, like we talked about earlier when we first met, before you started the assessment, it's an indicator right now. Okay. So what I would like to do is to continue forward with you on assessing um, the situation, okay, and what you're experiencing. Like I know you indicated on your CL5 with me on this questionnaire, you're struggling with falling and staying asleep, and
Yes.
I know that you're blaming yourself. Yes, okay, um, and you're feeling kind of upset, and that certain things are kind of reminding you of some of that stressful experience. Yes, okay. Um, and I know you've struggled with some unwanted memories from your past.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. And I know you indicated on your assessment that you're avoiding some thoughts and feelings related to the stressful experience.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. Well, so like I said, I really do appreciate you filling this out, and it really gives us a lot of good information to work together with you on. Okay. So if you're okay with being able to meet again, and maybe we can further look into what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, and this way we could move forward a little bit more, and see how we can best help you and assist you going forward, okay? So we can get you back on track with things.
Okay.
Does that sound okay to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll maybe make an appointment for next week, the same time.
That sounds good.
Okay. So let's do that, okay? And in the meantime, if you have any questions or thoughts, you can always just give me a call, okay? I'm always available, and otherwise we'll look forward to seeing you again next week, okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. My name is Michelle, okay? I'm a screener here. All right. I don't know if you know what a screener does. Do you know what a screener does?
No.
That's okay. A lot of most people actually don't, Isaac. Okay, so let me just take a quick minute just to share with you a little bit of what I do. So what I do is I do an assessment with the individuals that I see that come in, and this particular assessment is a suicide assessment scale. Okay, we call it our Columbia scale. All right, and what that does is it just assesses somebody's suicide ideation level. All right, and just to see if you're feeling suicidal, if you have passive thoughts, active thoughts, and I'll explain a little bit more in depth what I mean by that as we go along. Okay. um, and it kind of builds on each other, Isaac, meaning do you know what I mean by that when I say the questions build on each other? Not okay, yeah, no, I'm sorry. So let me explain that a little bit better. um, so I'll ask you one question, and depending upon how you answer it, I may ask you another question or I may not. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so it's no problem. We'll continue, as the questions allow us to. All right, all right, and then when we're done, I'll let what I'm thinking and what my thoughts are, and you can also share with me any thoughts or questions that you might have. Okay, and even during the questions, if you feel that you need to ask me something, that's absolutely fine. Okay.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay. So the first question is, do you have any wishes to be dead, to not be alive? Okay. Um, we're looking for just a yes or no answer,
Yes.
Isaac. So yes. Okay. All right. So, and then the next question, Isaac, would be, do you have any non-specific active suicidal thoughts? Okay. Um, and general non-specific thoughts of wanting to end your life in um, in any way, like
No,
that
no,
you
no. I have a
thought no.
baby. I have a newborn baby.
Oh, okay, okay. So no specific thoughts then.
No.
Okay, all right, Isaac. So now let me go to another question. Um, have you ever done anything, Isaac? Um, did you ever start to do anything or prepare to die or end your life in any way?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
So you've never done anything, you never intended to do anything, and you never prepared to end your life in any way.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that pretty much ends this suicide assessment. It's not that very that long of one. All right. And what I would like to do is so it seems to me, Isaac, that you have some passive just wishes to not wanting to be alive, but that you do not have any type of active, any method, any plan, or any intent on hurting yourself. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what I would like to do, Isaac, is maybe we could talk about some options for you in regards to therapy. Okay, going forward, I don't feel that you would need a higher level of care such as an inpatient program at this point in time. Okay, Isaac, but what I would like to do is look a little further into and investigate maybe some other options such as outpatient programming. And when I talk about outpatient programming, Isaac, I need like IOPs, which is intensive outpatient programs, or maybe PHPs, which are partial hospitalization programs. All right, and or maybe other groups that you could engage in during the course of the week, maybe in the evening after you're done at work or something like that, that we can work to fit into your schedule. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in looking into?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So why don't we talk about some possible programs that we can do now? Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
As I said, I can tell straight away by your breathing that you're likely experiencing worry and fear. I'm going to pay close attention to what you have to say. But before we get started, I was wondering if you'd be interested in participating in a breathing exercise that I would lead you through. That means I will do it with you, and it's intended to soothe your nervous system and make you feel calmer, since we do have the time. Would that be okay?
sure.
All right. Let's get started. Sit in a comfortable position. If you're unable to sit or close your eyes, this can still be done. Place your hands on your lap and your feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes, or if you are uncomfortable doing so, you can fix your eyes on a still object in front of you. Now, take a deep breath in and feel the air fill your lower abdomen. Try not to lift your shoulders. Hold the breath for just 1 second and then let it go slowly for about 4 to 8 seconds. Taking a long exhale. This is the part of the breathing that will help you the most. As you exhale, imagine you're blowing lightly on a candle so that it does not blow out, but just flickers. Notice any parts of your body where there is tension, maybe your neck, feet, shoulders are tense. Mindfully relax those. Okay, let's do this one more time. Again, let's take a deep breath in. Feel your air, your lower abdomen. Try not to lift your shoulders. Hold the breath for just 1 second. And then slowly, for 4 to 8 seconds, take a long exhale. This is the part of the breathing that will help you the most. As you exhale, imagine that you are blowing lightly on a candle so that it does not blow out, but just flickers. And again, notice any parts of your body where there is tension. Maybe your neck, feet, or shoulders are tense. Mindfully relax those areas. Continue this breathing until you have some sense of relaxation and an ability to focus on the present. When you are ready, open your eyes. Very good. My name is Cleo, and I'm one of the counselors here at the center. I want you to tell me more about why you're so upset and frustrated today, but before you do that, we still have some time, and I notice you seem very tense. Like I said, we have some time, so I was wondering if you'd be willing to participate in just a few simple chair exercises that I would lead and do with you, which are intended to calm your nervous system and relax your muscles. Like I said, I want to know more about why you came in today. And after we participate in this quick relaxation exercise, I'm going to give you some opportunity to speak. Would that be okay?
Sure.
All right. Sit up straight and slowly tilt your head towards your right shoulder until you feel a stretch. Hold this position while you gradually extend the other arm down and to the side. You should feel a stretch on the side of your neck. And release. Now let's tilt your head towards the other side. Feel the stretch. Hold this position while gradually extending the other arm that's straight down and to the side. You should be feeling a stretch on the side of your neck. And release. Now, again in a seated position, place your fingertips on your shoulders. Okay, both hands on both shoulders, just like this. Very good. And let's just circle your shoulders forward 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to stop and reverse the movement backwards. 1, 2, 3. Michelle, this exercise will warm up your shoulder muscles and reduce the risk of strain. You're doing great. This third and final one is called sit and reach. I want you to sit with your knees together and your back straight. Now extend both arms towards the ceiling. Stretch your body upward, feeling the stretch along your torso. Now I want you to look towards your hands to get a stretch in your neck and shoulders. Hold that position. Very good. All right, and release. Hopefully you're feeling a little more relaxed, and now we can begin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey Isaac, thanks for coming in today. It's good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
So today we're going to be working on a skill called cognitive restructuring. It's a strategy that we can use to deal with some of the emotions that arise and get in the way of life. Is that something you want to work on today?
Okay, I can try.
Okay, great. So to begin with, I want you to think of a recent situation that might have been upsetting.
Well, that's easy. I have to go to court in a month for a legal situation that I'm not happy with.
Okay, so now we've kind of identified a situation. I want you to also identify a feeling, that kind of an upsetting feeling that comes from this situation.
I have a few feelings. I'm angry, I'm afraid, and I'm frustrated. And also, I feel a lot of pressure.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So now that we've identified some of those feelings that come from the situation, I also want you to identify some of the upsetting thoughts that you might have.
Upsetting thoughts. I'm a bad person.
Okay, so now that we identified a thought that came from the situation, I want you to think of some evidence for that thought.
Well, I've hurt people in the past. When I was young and I was made to be a soldier, I fought for a cause that I didn't believe in.
Okay, thank you for sharing. I know it can be difficult to talk about some of these things.
It is.
So now that you've thought of some evidence for it, what is some evidence against it?
Well, I had to do what I had to do to survive, and I was forced to do it.
Okay. So now that we've seen the evidence for and we've seen the evidence against, do you still think the initial thought is an accurate thought?
Not so much.
So in your opinion, or in your own words, what is a more accurate thought?
Let me think. Maybe I can say to myself, although I've done some terrible things in my past, I'm still a good person and I care about my family.
Right. So now that we have a thought that you feel is more accurate, what we can do is reinforce it by taking an action plan, that we can build together. Some of the ideas that I've kind of had, we can always change things. Um, I thought maybe we can work on doing some positive affirmations. We might have a loved one come in session, or we can also try doing some volunteering service. How does that sound?
That actually sounds good.
Great.